Waitangi weekend earlier this year. Then we just start focusing on looking at how that event went, and then we start planning for the new year, and it just keeps rolling. There is no break in all of this. And of course, one of the big milestones early on in that was having got down at very short notice for this year's tournament to get them across the line to be the naming rights sponsor for 2017 and 2018 Nines. It was just something really special. And what's also special is now being able to talk about the stars that are coming. We've been pretty vocal about the number of Kangaroos that have played in the Nines, the number of Kiwis, the vast number of players from the Pacific Island nation teams, and also those that have participated in State of Origin. But right at the top of the tree is really where we want to aim. And so a few weeks ago, when we were able to have Jonathan Thurston over here confirming his participation, not just confirming his participation, but his wholehearted determination to enjoy the whole Nines experience. And then today to have Jarryd in town doing exactly the same thing. You add those two to Sean Johnson, that's a pretty good top of the cake to work with when you're putting on an event like ours. The NRL's a hell of a strong brand, the 16 teams, huge recognition in Auckland, and we're fully expecting the 2017 Nines to be as successful as the three previous events. So thank you for being here, and Jarryd down the back, a huge welcome to you, and I'm sure you're going to love being involved with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. If I can ask Jarryd to come up and say a few words. So we will do one-on-ones for you, but just to ask a few questions for, say, the print journalists who are using cameras today, I'll get you to speak into the lectern when I ask you a few questions. But first of all, Jarryd, welcome to New Zealand. Just your thoughts on, in fact, I'd like to know why you have decided to make yourself available to play in the Nines next year.
Yeah, I guess it's something that I've watched every year, or something that I've watched every year, and I guess given the opportunity to play in it's awesome. And I think it's it's an event that everyone wants to play in. I know all the guys always talk about it, always want to get selected. So I guess to be known that I'm going to get selected this far out, is exciting, and definitely it's the first competition. It really kicks off, I guess, the NRL season.
How does playing in a tournament like this compare to perhaps pre-season? I'm guessing pre-season is not fun, whereas this is seen as fun.
Yeah, that's it. So we obviously build up to the tournament. So you get almost a week out of the groove in pre-season, which is always fun. I think that's probably a big reason why the guys throw their hands up. But it's an enjoyable experience, I guess. Watching it every year. The way the game's played, it's open. Obviously, less players on the field, and then you get a game that goes end to end. So I think that's what excites me about it.
How hard was it to convince Titans management that you wanted to play?
No, it wasn't. I think from like I said, every player wants to play, and from my point of view, obviously, to know I'm going to play this far out, it's exciting. I guess that's the first thing I'll be looking forward to getting out there and playing. The guys did great last year. I think they made it to the quarters. So next year you want to do one better.
Now, obviously, Graham Annesley, your Chief Executive, can't be here today, neither can Neil Henry, but if you turn your faces to the screen, we have got some pre-recorded comments from them regarding Jarryd's involvement in the Nines next year.
Jarryd's obviously a world-class international player. Everyone knows what he's done in the NRL in the past. He's been off and proven himself in the NFL. Everyone doubted that he had the ability to make it, but he did. He's just a general, all-round great athlete. So to have him as part of the Nines, particularly playing for the Titans, it's exciting for us, and I think he'll bring a lot of people through the turnstiles.
I think he's really suited to playing Nines football. Get a bit more space out there. He carries the ball really well. He's got all the skills as well. So he can kick and certainly run, and it really suits him. I think he tried his hand at the sevens to try and get over to the Olympics, and he'll be no stranger to playing that style of footy.
Jarryd will actually add a lot to the team in terms of the extra open space that there is on the field with the Nines tournament, and hopefully it'll give us a good shot. But we've got some other great players that will be around him as well.
Look, I think barring injury, Jarryd will be one of the first players picked, you know, with our halves as well. Young Ash Taylor and Kane LG coming back on the scene as well. And he's a robust sort of player as well, so you know, he'll be keen to get over there, I'm sure, and being fit, he'll be picked to be on the plane.
So just one final question. Obviously it's now pre-season, or off-season should I say. It's a couple of months out. Are you training at the moment? When do you start training? Could you give the journalists just an idea of what your schedule is in the lead up to the Nines on February 4th and 5th next year?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of training, not too much. It's our off-season at the moment, so catching up with family and friends, and I guess just relaxing. I guess we start back in about 2.5 weeks, so the next week or so, head down back into the gym and on the treadmill, which isn't too fun, but it's I guess it's almost back to business now and getting fit, getting the summer body ready. So I'm looking forward to that.